Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is well. We're approaching the very, very holy holiday of Purim. And there are many different things that go into the holiday of Purim. I would strongly suggest looking up the laws of Purim, the mitzvahs of Purim, the customs of Purim, to get a greater idea. In this video, I'm going to be talking about. The purpose of this video isn't to explain to you the dinim of Purim. There's a ton of videos out there, I'm sure, that talk about the laws of Purim, as well as websites like Chabad.org. I would strongly suggest to look into that to really be able to fulfill all the mitzvahs of Purim. Now, what's interesting about Purim is to understand how holy the holiday of Purim really is. What is the name Purim? Well, let's understand that the holiday Yom Kippur that we all know is also called Yom HaKippurim. What does Yom HaKippurim mean? It is like, there's one interpretation to the way it's written. Kippurim means Kmo Purim. Yom Kippurim is like Purim. Now everyone has this idea of how everyone recognizes the holiness of Yom Kippur. That in many places a lot of people call it the holiest day of the year. But here we're saying Yom HaKippurim is like Purim. It is like Purim. So what is this holiday we're dealing with right now? So it's important to really get into this holiday. We have to increase in joy. Really, we're reaching the point where we have to ignite our simcha. We have to activate our simcha to be besimcha, to be happy. A lot of people, they have the meals, they have beautiful fits. We have to have a festive meal. Some people, it's their minha, there's an idea to drink alcohol in Purim. So what's this idea of getting to a place? A person gets to a place where they don't know the difference between Mordechai and Haman. What does that mean? What's the deeper meaning to not knowing the difference between Mordechai and Haman? So there's interpretations that say you drink alcohol and then you don't know how to count. There's one gematria that relates them to the same Baruch, Mordechai, and these two verses where Mordechai and Haman are compared and they have the same gematria. Rebbe goes deeper. He says it's not the deeper meaning to it. The deeper meaning is that evil and good, from our perspective in this world, there's evil and good, but we know that everything comes from Hashem. Everything in its essential state, when it's Hashem, coming from Hashem, it's all for the good. It's all for the good. So when you go through a hard time in life, you could recognize, when you go through a hard time in life, you recognize that it's all from Hashem, and that Hashem loves us, and that sometimes it's the difficult things we go through in life that end up being the bridge, the gateway to bring us to the ultimate purpose in our life. Ever notice you go through a challenge and it's that very challenge that brings out the strength within you to become the better person you are today? So too we know that even the bad things, Baruch, we say Baruch Hashem, we're commanded to thank Hashem, just as we thank Hashem for the just as we thank Hashem for the good things, we're supposed to thank Hashem for the seemingly hidden good things, meaning the things we see as bad. Why? Because it's all from Hashem. So the beauty of Purim is we realize that when you go down to everything, it's all Hashem. It's all Hashem. So that's the beauty of Purim, that we get to the essence. We dig into ourselves. We dig into the inner light. It's hidden. Esther means comes from the word Hester, hidden. It was a hidden miracle. If you read the holiday of Purim, there weren't any wondrous miracles of sea splittings and all that, but it was in one moment. It went from Haman wanting to kill every Jew to then Haman being the one hung. So you see that the holiday of Purim, it was a hidden miracle, but all along it was the greatest miracle of all. And for that, we have to get to the essence, because in the etzem, there's no good or bad in etzem. There's just etzem. Etzem means essence, Hashem Himself. So on Purim, our goal is to dig so deep into ourselves, so deep into each other, to connect with. Then, not only is there no difference, no separation between us and Hashem, there's also no separation between us and our brothers and sisters, our nation, our family. We're all one, because Hashem is the only true existence. So there's obviously, you can go deeper and deeper with this. But then when you have this mindset, it allows you to get through life, to go through life, to power through life with the recognition that everything is for the good. And with this, knowing that in your mind, because as we've spoken about in previous videos, the mind can control the heart. Our intellect can control our emotions. Rather than us being controlled by our emotions and being enslaved to our emotions, we can take our emotions. Emotions are a weapon. They could be used for the good or for the bad. If we let our emotions control ourselves, it could take us to dark places. But if we're able to use our minds to channel our emotions in the proper directions, it takes us to greater heights that we'll never be able to reach without the emotions. So when we recognize that Hashem is in charge, everything is from Hashem, there's no such, deep down, there's really no such thing as good or bad. Hashem is going to show us. When Mashiach comes, we're going to see how everything is actually for the good. So when we have that in mind, it will go down to the heart and we'll feel a tremendous confidence, excitement, and we'll feel a love and an excitement and awe of Hashem. And that's through, and then even higher than just our emotions, our intellect controlling emotions, we can have a faith in God which transcends any intellect, because our connection to God is far beyond intellect. Intellect is limited in a way too, because when you understand something, you grasp it, means you have it. Hashem cannot be grasped. But how do we connect to Hashem beyond intellect? Through faith and trust in Hashem and will. I want to connect to God. That's the highest of all, higher than any intellect. And that's through faith and trust and pleasure. Connecting to the pleasure that Hashem has with us, pleasure we have with Hashem, and are uniting with one another. And truly in Hashem's ultimate unity, Hashem's ultimate oneness. Happy Purim. Let's be able to take this into our hearts and take it into our action and make it a reality and live the simcha and act the simcha and spread it all around. Thank you. May Hashem bless you. If you like this, please share, subscribe, spread the light.